Like that! Woo!
What's up, everybody? James Keller here, and once again we got another interview. This is a little different, you know, so I'm not in a tattoo parlor, I'm not in a pastry shop. This time, I'm with the man. I'm with Theo Mihalis, otherwise known as the Bloodshark. What's up, Theo?
How's it going, man? Glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here too, man. I've been waiting for this interview for a long time.
Awesome.
Now, just for those of you who don't know, how old are you, Theo?
I'm 15 right now.
And where are you from?
Fallsview, West Virginia.
Theo is 15 years old from Fallsview, West Virginia. I know of him because I know his parents from when we were kids. And I watched this kid come out one time, it was about, what, a year ago, right? I want to say about a year and a half ago. And his first video online, I caught my eye when he did a jump shot. And I was floored, so I just started watching. And I started sharing your posts. So everybody that's on here watching this and watches my stuff, they know who you are.
Awesome.
Because I've been sharing your stuff left and right.
Oh, I've seen it.
I've been so excited to come and meet you here and tell them. So what we want to do now is we want to tell all these people, what is it that you're doing? Why am I interviewing you?
So right now, I'm a pool trick shot artist. I've been playing pool for about 2.5 years now, and so far I have 3 Guinness World Records, all for the same record, just beaten 3 times. So my record is it's called the highest jump of a billiard ball. So what it is there's a level bar on this, like the center of the table, and you have to jump your cue ball over the bar and sink it into the other pocket.
Okay, now when you broke that record, you broke that up on MPA, right?
Yeah. I started the record out at about 16 inches.
And what is it now?
Right now it's 25.
See?
So
you're raising the bar on yourself.
Yes.
See, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking here for the medals here.
So some of these medals, currently right now I go to these trick shot tournaments.
Where do you go to those at? Like,
they can vary from last week we were just in Parkersburg, and then some were in Taiwan, so it can vary.
All right, go ahead. Now what's this one here?
So this one is beginning of this year in November. This is the Sportsmanship Award. All the players, they vote for one person who just showed great sportsmanship throughout the event, and they all voted for me, so I was excited. That's a good one to have.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You got that from your dad, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
What's this one right here?
This is the Rising Star from the same event. So what they do is if you've gone to under 3 events, you're eligible for the Rising Star Award. And it's like normally 2 or 3 people compete for it. Whoever scores the highest gets the Rising Star. And in November, I got the Rising Star.
That's what's up.
So it was good.
What's this one right here?
This one, I hold this one close to the heart. So this is right now currently I'm the World Trick and Fancy Champion. So what that means is when I was at my last week's tournament, we have a book of about 120 shots. And the first discipline, they have 8 disciplines. Some are like setup shots, some are the massage shots, some are jumps. So the first one, I won with a perfect score. And to score perfect is like very hard.
Unheard of.
Yeah, it's not that, it's hard.
And you did it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
There's 5 shots. They vary from 6 point, 7 point, 8 point, 9 point, and 10 point. Obviously 6 being your least hard, which isn't really true, and then your 10 point being your hardest.
And you nailed it.
I got all 5.
That's what's up, man.
So this scored a 40 now.
So this is like your prize one.
I love that one.
That's what's up. What's this one right here?
That one is, so that was actually my first event, the 2018 World Artistic event, or Trick Shot event. So last year, actually around this time, so it'd probably be a year from now, we flew out to Houston, Texas, and we had one of these tournaments. So I went to the tournament. I placed second to last, which is crazy. For 1 year gap, I went from second to last to second.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And that's what this is, right?
That's what this is. So I think this is what I hold most dear.
So just so you guys know, a year before this, he got this, and he was second to last. And a year later, he gets this because he's second. That's what's up, man.
Crazy.
Now, we talked about, off camera and everything, about how y'all started and everything. And from my understanding, and if I'm wrong, please tell me, because that way I'll stop telling the story to people. Because, I talk about you a lot.
No, that's good.
So, from my understanding is the first time you picked up a cue stick and the first time you put it on the table was right here.
Well, actually, a bit before that was me and my dad. We used to go to the Colliers Sportsman's Club.
Okay.
So we went there. We went there to go shoot guns. We didn't go there to play pool. But one day we went into the room, and there was a pool table. And my dad was like, "Hey, you want to play a game of pool?" It's like, "Sure." I have no idea how to play, but I'll try it. So we played it once, and we went back the next week to shoot. And I was like, "Hey, can we go play pool again?" He's like,
So
"Yeah."
you bit, you liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
So we just continually started playing normal games. And then I asked him, I said, "Can we get a pool table for Christmas?" So
that's when I started seeing
Yeah.
a table for Christmas.
that's what you probably saw.
And is that when the trick started?
Yes.
Okay.
It started a little bit after that. Like, I'd say maybe a month or two after I started getting the trick shots because I was seeing YouTube videos, people doing them. I just thought they were crazy. I was like, I want to get this good.
Right. Well, you have.
I've done my best.
Yes,
too.
sir. Like it's funny when I watch you do these videos, I think about a movie. Like if I were to ever do a movie on you, doing the shots that you're taking, I can see you doing geometry in your head. You know what I mean? Like the chalk lines going through the ball to show the angle of it, you know, what it's going to do and impact. I mean, do you kind of see that kind of stuff when you're doing these shots?
Yeah, the mind's definitely turning. Every time I'm trying to adjust a shot, if I miss, I'm having to think about, which maybe elevate more, hit thinner. It's a bunch of things that go into missing and making shots.
Sure. Now, let me ask you this. Your schoolwork. Because you're still in high school.
Yeah,
People tend to forget, all the things that you're doing. You're a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how's that affecting, how are you balancing the schoolwork and the pool and the tournaments and so forth?
Well, what I do is for my schoolwork, I do my schoolwork through Monday through Friday, and I get to practice. Sometimes I don't have so much work, which is rare.
Right.
If I get a little bit of time, I'll come down here because I enjoy this. But I'm more than likely practicing on the weekends. That's when I get my time.
All right. So if somebody were to ask you, how many hours a week would you say you put into just your tricks?
Just my tricks? A good week, I'd say 15 solid hours.
And that's a lot. If you think about it, you're a teenage kid, man.
Yeah.
Freshman in high school, 15 hours.
Longest I've ever gone down here, I played for 10 hours in one day, so.
I don't doubt that.
It was long.
Theo, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that everybody, we're going to play a game pool here. We're going to get some more conversation here. He's going to kill me, of course, but it's okay. And I want everybody to get to know him. But while I close this segment out, I just want to say that everybody watching this, they're going to look at you and they're going to say, man, that kid's 15 years old. And then there's going to be somebody, hopefully, the people that watch this, there's going to be somebody that's going to be looking for their talents. They're going to, they don't know what they're comfortable in. Listen to what this kid said. He goes to shoot a gun with his father and sees a pool table. His dad says, hey, let's play a game of pool. And from there, he found a talent that has taken him all over the world. He went to Italy.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So, Italy, that is this record right here. So, back in last November, it was like September, it started in September. We got an email from Guinness World Records. They're saying, we have a show out in Italy. Like, we want your son to come over. Well, it was my dad. We want your son to come over and break his record.
So you had to go over there and break your own record?
Mm-hmm.
I bet that was stressful.
Yeah, just a bit.
How do you handle that?
Well, what I did was I tried to get in such an intense focus that you kind of filter out the crowd. Because there was 500 people in the crowd.
Yeah, and not that, like, I saw the video. I saw it. Your dad posted it, I watched it. And it was like, this was big league, man. This was like, it was lights, cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
That had been a lot of pressure on you. And you did it.
I had 3 tries to make like the hardest shot in the world.
And you did it on what?
Third.
The third one, you got the third one.
A little bit of a hard beater.
But see, that's funny because you're like, I did 3 shots to do the hardest trick in the world on a record that you set anyhow.
I already had the record.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, what is your next what's your next venture? What do you want to do? Because you gotta always keep that.
Oh yeah.
You can't just stop.
No, I don't plan on.
This whole wall is gonna be covered. What's your next thing?
So the next thing is I have a tournament in June. It's in London, Ohio. It's actually the same place.
Okay.
So I'll be going there. It's basically the same thing as this, just not the world artistic or trick shot tournament.
Sure.
It's like an open event.
All right.
So I'll be going there, and we'll hope we win it. So
yeah, I think you will. I don't have a doubt. I think you got a bright future in everything you put your mind to.
Thank you.
And I think what I see and what everybody else sees when they look at you, Bloodshark, is the fact that your family and they all stand behind you and they're doing this. And the fact that the support that you're getting not only from your family but from the community around you. Mm-hmm. And your online stuff
keeps me going.
Yeah, hopefully that online stuff keeps on going. So I need everybody to start sharing, and the Bloodshark. You see Bloodshark, you gotta share it because you have the potential to do more. You're gonna be a world champion.
Thank you.
Before you're 20.
That's what we're hoping.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here, man. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and shoot a game pool and go from there. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow Bloodshark on Facebook. I will be having the link down below. And just remember, man, this kid found his passion. You can find yours. We all have a purpose. Take care of one another. Thank you so much for having us all. And God bless. Thank you again, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you spent your whole day like this, huh?
Pretty much.
15 hours, you said, was the... I think you was taking these on the last
Yeah. Alright, it's open. Your shot. You can go for any ball on the table. Solids or strikes.
As long as they're stripes.
Solids or stripes.
Oh, I thought you said it. I'll try that 14 in the corner.
Nice shot.
So, you spend all your time down
here. Yeah. So don't beat. No, I'm just kidding.
And you're gonna kill me on this. Alright, I'm gonna put that.
Alright, 9 ball here.
Still looking ball right there in the corner. So, I think. Let me see. You got it.
Yeah, we have a good bridge.
So, okay, now that we're doing this, so when you're practicing, you said something about a book and you have to deal with and everything.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you have.
So the book has about 120 shots, and the shots can range from setting something up to drawing the ball.
I missed it. Alright. Setting something up, drawing a ball?
Setting up, drawing the ball, I mean, it ranges for so many things. Alright, I'll go for a bank shot. I'll go one here. So yeah, I'll explain a little more.
And you have sponsors, correct?
Yeah,
So tell me about who sponsors is what we get.
So we can start off on the best. So we'll start off with Hidden Acres Winery. It's a restaurant, or Mingo, right? Alright. So it's a restaurant in Mingo Junction. We just kind of know the owners, and they like what I do. They decided to sponsor me, and very grateful to have them. Then we have the Leaguer. That's where the actual last event where I got second at was at.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see.
No, it's good. It's good.
So we got so this is the
Hidden Acres Winery
right here, and then we have
the Leaguer.
Okay.
That's where the last event was held in Parkersburg.
Okay.
So then we have Finest Events.
I think I know a little about Finest Events.
We know a little bit about it, not much, but.
And what about this right here?
And this is Tiger Tips. So Tiger, they provide all my cues, the one I'm using right now. Very grateful to have you, Tony, if you see this. They provide all the cues, and they're located on Burbank, California. We went to the factory, showed me around, got to test out some of his stuff.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Let me ask you, how does somebody become a sponsor for you? Like, say somebody's watching and they're like, I want to sponsor that kid.
Well,
how do they do it? Oh, excuse me. I want to sponsor Bloodshark. We're gonna quit calling that. We're gonna quit calling him a kid right now.
Good.
How
So
does somebody sponsor the Bloodshark?
kind of just contact me at my Facebook, Instagram, really anywhere I have an account.
Well, what would it entail to sponsor you?
It depends, because every sponsor on this vest, it has a different thing. Like, they provide tips. This guy, I don't know what he provides.
Yeah.
No.
A living.
Go ahead. Yeah. It provides great things. Tiger provides the cues. Hidden Acres Winery pays for like some of my like hotel expenses or the entry fees.
Okay.
and that's Tiger Toes again.
So one of the things we got to do is, if you're looking to be a sponsor of this young man, we got to figure out what you can do to help out so you can put your name on his vest, because I promise you,
We got squats.
it's going to be seen all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's your shop, by the way, isn't it?
No, it's yours.
Oh, it's mine again.
It's the bank.
I was hoping he was going to annihilate me on this before we even got this far.
I'll try,
All
guys.
right, I'm going to do the 13 in the corner.
Okay.
Show everybody how bad I am. It went in the direction.
You left me in a bad spot.
Best part of offense is a good defense.
That's a fact.
Right? So, about the book you guys were saying, so you have to do what again? You have to...
I do trick shots, not nice.
Nice.
So yeah, the book.
And this is the book right here, right?
Yeah, it's the book right here.
We're off camera here.
Okay.
Come on, show the book.
So these are kind of how some of the shots are.
Okay, so people see the shots and you have to line them up, correct? And
Yeah, you have to.
what's the purpose of this book?
It's just to show what shots you have. There are 120 in this book, and then this is just to show what your options are. So you start off the tournament shooting your 8 disciplines. So like, I'll show you. You start off like, say,
You flip through the pages. Fine.
so it starts off with like discipline 1, trick and fancy.
Okay.
So these are all your shots where you like set up the ball and a bunch of balls are going in. And then you can vary from, and then it goes to like follow shots where you're putting top spin on the ball. So you have these disciplines. They go there are 8 disciplines. There's trick and fancy, special arts, draw, follow. It's bank, stroke, jump, masse.
Wow.
So then you shoot you have 40 shots. You pick 1 6-pointer, 1 7-pointer, 1 8-pointer, 1 9, 1 10. And those are for all 8. You pick 5 shots. And you have to do these 5 shots to try to get the highest score to get it better, because the higher score plays the lower score player. So the higher you score, the easier your event will be.
And you got all that nailed down.
I try.
I just got dizzy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, that is a lot
It's
to
a
learn.
lot.
So you put a lot of dedication in this.
Oh yes, yes.
Man, like I said, if you guys want to sponsor this kid, trust me. He'll make you dizzy too, but he's also going to bring people to your places of business, that's for sure.
Thank you.
So make sure you stick around and like and subscribe. I'm going to have his Bloodshark's Facebook right there in the description below. And we'll see you next time, guys. Have a good day.